Far to the north, where the oceans turn to glass and the sky burns with rivers of green fire, there lies a land vast, silent, and ancient beyond imagining. A place forgotten by time, yet holding the keys to the future. This is Greenland, the world's largest island. A kingdom of ice, stone, and dream. At first glance, Greenland seems barren, a place ruled by winter's iron hand, where snowdrifts bury mountains and silence drowns the very air. Yet beneath that frozen silence, the land hums with a quiet life, patient and unstoppable. The ice here is alive. It creeps in slow, relentless rivers, carving valleys deeper than canyons, shaping mountains into ghosts of their former selves. Some of the glaciers moving across this ancient land have been flowing for over 100,000 years, slow titans grinding stone to dust with every inch of progress. Along the broken edges of the coast, where the ice bows to the sea for a brief season, tiny flashes of life erupt, Arctic poppies stretching fragile petals toward the pale sun. Fireweed blooming against the cold stones. Mosses and lichens painting the ground with stubborn defiance. Reindeer move across the rocky tundra, their hooves clattering against the stone. White Arctic foxes slip through the snow like living whispers. And in the seas that cradle Greenland's frozen shoulders, whales breach against pink sunsets while narwhals slip like phantoms through the darkening waters. Above it all, the Aurora Borealis spins its slow, eternal dance across the winter sky, a silent symphony of green, purple, and silver fire, reflecting off ice and stone in endless beauty. Greenland may seem frozen in time. But it is not dead. It is dreaming. And deep within that dream, the island holds secrets the modern world cannot ignore. Beneath the endless white deserts of ice, Greenland cradles hidden treasures, ancient gifts from the earth itself. Rich deposits of rare earth minerals, the metals that power satellites, smartphones, and the future of green energy, lie locked within the stone. Vast fields of iron ore and zinc wait in the frozen ground. Veins of uranium pulse deep beneath the surface, silent and potent. And off its coasts, buried under icy waters, rest untapped reserves of oil and natural gas, silent fortunes biding their time. As the climate warms, as the glaciers retreat farther each year, these long-buried riches edge closer to human hands. But Greenland's value is not just in what lies beneath. It is in where it lies. Perched between North America and Europe, Greenland is a bridge between worlds, a northern sentinel standing watch over the Atlantic and the Arctic. In the days of World War II, the United States understood Greenland's strategic power. American forces built airbases on Greenland's icy shores, knowing that whoever held Greenland could watch, could reach, could control the skies between continents. And today, as new shipping lanes open across the melting Arctic, as global powers vie for influence over the top of the world, Greenland's silent strength grows ever more obvious. It was no accident that in 1946, the United States offered Denmark $100 million in gold to purchase Greenland. It was no accident that, decades later, American leaders again openly expressed interest in bringing Greenland into their fold. Not as a trophy, but as a doorway to the future. Owning Greenland would mean access to untapped resources critical for the next century. It would mean securing new military footholds as global tensions sharpen. It would mean controlling new trade routes that will define the economies of tomorrow. But Greenland is not a land to be bought and sold like trinkets in a market. It belongs to its people, proud descendants of Inuit hunters and Norse settlers, whose lives and spirits are woven into the very ice, the very rock, the very air. Their traditions, their resilience, their bond with the harsh beauty of the land have shaped Greenland more deeply than any explorer's flag or politician's ambition. Today, Greenland stands at a crossroads. Its ancient glaciers weep into rising seas. Its stones, once buried forever in frost, glint in the sunlight of a changing world. New powers, new voices, new ambitions whisper at its icy edges. But Greenland endures. It endures in the silent crawl of ancient ice over stone. It endures in the flash of a narwhal beneath broken seas. It endures in the stubborn bloom of a single flower clinging to frozen soil. It is a land that reminds us that true power does not always roar. That endurance often speaks in silence. That beauty can survive even the fiercest, longest winters. For all its minerals, for all its strategic might, Greenland's greatest treasure is not one that can be mined or traded or conquered. It is the spirit of the land itself, the slow, patient heartbeat of a world older than memory. A world where rivers of ice carve mountains like clay. Where stars fall like fire across endless frozen skies. where life blooms, fiercely and briefly, against impossible odds. Greenland, the frozen heart of the earth, remains vast, silent, watching, waiting, and dreaming of the world yet to come. Thank you for listening, and remember to subscribe for similar content like these. Talk soon.